What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Now, I'm Alex, and this video I want to talk about when Mafia 4 will be announced. Kind of go over what we know so far, what's going on over the next couple months in the gaming industry, and when I think, ultimately this game could be announced. So we've made a couple Mafia 4 videos before on the channel. You guys seem to really like them, and I greatly appreciate your guys' support. And as always, if you want to see me talk more about, any specific thing, but in this case, obviously Mafia, make sure you guys are showing your support by liking this video, subscribing, having that bell icon turned on, all of that, good stuff, just to show me that you guys want to see more Mafia videos, and I'll absolutely do it. And ultimately, we're very close. I truly do believe we're very close to getting the announcement of this game. And I think this game is coming out sooner, and I think a lot of people have said it as well, coming out sooner than a lot of people maybe think. I think for a while, people had, and including myself, I think I've talked about it on this channel as well, we were all kind of under the assumption, like, okay, well, you got GTA 6 and you have Mafia 4, how far do you space them out? Like, is one going to affect the other? And then really over the last couple weeks, we've gotten word that GTA 6 is a while out, that it's still in early development. Now, does that mean that it's coming out like in 5-6 years? No, it could still come out in like 2 to 3 years, sometime in that spectrum. But I don't really think we have to worry about that anymore. Okay, so now Mafia 4. Well, what do we know about this game? Well, we've gotten some significant leaks, and we've talked about that, right? And that actually goes back months and months ago, I think even to like January or even earlier, talking about what this game could be. Las Vegas, kind of like a time jump, like taking place over several decades, basically building up your empire. You'll be able to see things change, stuff like that, a brand new story, brand new characters, things like that. So a good amount of details for sure. And then recently, we heard, I think again through a leak, that this was happening very soon, that we were going to get a Mafia 4 announcement very soon. We know Hangar 13 has been doing a lot of stuff. A couple weeks ago, the ratings listing for Mafia 2 and Mafia 3 was on like the Korean rating board, indicating that Mafia 2 and 3 were getting a remaster for current gen. So they have a lot to talk about. And then I believe also more recently, like a week ago, they even had job listings on their site talking about hiring for a brand new IP. So that doesn't, I don't think that rules out at all, by the way, a Mafia 4. I think Mafia 4 is still happening, and they're just hiring for a new IP afterwards. And in fact, it kind of just backs up what we've talked about in that Mafia 4 is probably almost done. This could very well be a fall game, or at the very latest, like a spring 2021 game. I really think so. You can hire for a new IP, especially if you have two studios in your studio, or if again, even if Mafia 4 is almost done, you could probably have a small team working on the next game, and then you shift the majority of Mafia 4's development team over there. So again, I've seen a lot of if you type in Mafia 4 right now on like Google, you look at like the news stories, a lot of people are saying like, well, doesn't look like they're making Mafia 4 anymore. No, I mean, they can hire for a new IP and still do a Mafia 4. And that's ultimately where we're at, right? So we got all that information. Really, we're in for, I mean, it's only a matter of time until we get like a wave of Mafia info. I don't even see how you announce a Mafia 2 and 3 remaster without maybe even doing Mafia 4 at the same time. I think that that's actually a smart move. And as we get closer to when E3 was supposed to be, so E3 obviously was supposed to be like that, first full week in June. We know that it's canceled, but we also know that publishers are going to still be doing things for, I guess E3. I don't really even want to say that word, right? Because they're like online showcases. They're doing their own things. We've gotten leaks from people in the gaming industry saying, hey, there's going to be reveals and announcements, not just during that week, but they're going to be spread out. They're going to be during that week. They're going to be weeks before. They're going to be weeks after. We're going to get like the next gen reveal very soon, like full on, like both for Series X and PS5. So, and we know there's that IGN like summer showcase for gaming as well in June, around the same time as E3. So Mafia. So I mean, is it a cop-out answer? Well, really, I do think we're about a month and a half away from getting Mafia 4, from getting the announcement of Mafia 4. I truly do believe that. They have so now. In what are they going to do? Which of these opportunities are they going to take? I mean, I can guess, but I'm not necessarily, a lot of people don't love my guessing, but truly, I guess to remain optimistic, to keep you guys as positive as I can, I really think Mafia 4 is coming extremely soon. I don't see how you go past, and again, I don't remember exactly what they were talking about, but I do believe, I think it was even talking about Hangar 13, that we were going to find out what game they were making, and again, we all know it's Mafia 4, very soon, like over the next couple months, and I believe that was said back in like February. So you say the next couple months, or the next few months, what does that kind of sound like to you? well, you could literally take couple and few to mean like 2 and 3, like, you know, their definitions or whatever. You could do that, but I really do think it just means around E3 time. And that was before, that statement was said before E3 was canceled. Okay, but again, I don't think it matters at all. Take-Two owns a lot, right? They have the rights. They're the ones publishing the BioShock game, again, with GTA, and they own all of the Rockstar, you know, companies, right? All the Rockstar development teams. They own Mafia, and they own a boatload of other games. So I really think, you know, Take-Two's never really done anything for E3, like they never had their own stage show, right? But if there was any time to do something like this, now would be the time, right? Because I do think they have a lot to show. While GTA is in early development, I don't know, are they willing to show something like that super early? They normally hold those things close to their chests until they're going to come out. But again, even with BioShock, they said, like, yeah, they're making a BioShock game. We're not going to talk about it. You know, it's going to be out, you know, it's not going to be out for many years, but we want to just let everybody know. Mafia is kind of different from that, right? Because Mafia is, okay, not only are they making a Mafia 4, but it's very close to being done, and we're ready to, like, formally, fully announce it. And again, some of the people that are leaking this stuff, they've talked about shows, right? Ubisoft, we know, is doing an online thing. Microsoft, we know, is doing an online thing. Bethesda, we know, isn't, but Bethesda has also said that they are still going to have some announcements around the summertime. So they still will do some reveals, just not like a 30, 40, 50-minute online show. And you know what? That's still fine, because a thing like Mafia 4 could just be a press release with, you know, with a trailer and a full, and I guess what a press release is anyway, right? Is a full-on, like, blog talking about the game. Maybe they do the release date, you know, whatever they want to do. But they could do that as well. So it doesn't necessarily need to be like an online show, an online conference, like an online 30, 40, again, like an hour-long thing. It doesn't have to be that. And again, though, they have actually a couple different times they could do it. They could do it. Basically, Mafia 4 could go all on its own. Mafia 4 could go as part of a Take-Two like event if they do it. Mafia 4 could take place at the IGN, you know, again, like the summer showcase thing. It could happen there. It could happen at Sony's PS5 reveal. It could happen at Microsoft's, you know, like full-on, like talking about their next-gen stuff. Now, I don't think it's going to be it's not. And in fact, I guess I'll guarantee that it's not going to be a fully next-generation game, but it will probably appear on next-gen. So, you know, would it be at a PS5 event? Would it be at Microsoft's, like, you know, replacement E3 conference? I'm not necessarily sure. It's not impossible. Maybe they only want to kind of go ones that are really, their focusing is like the highlight ones. But again, we know from next gen that a lot of games, probably the majority, if not all of them, that are coming out on next gen are also coming out on current gen, at least for like the first 1 or 2 years. So I think that guarantees Mafia 4 is happening on current gen. Again, does that rule them out? I don't think so. I think they could appear at Microsoft's you know, online show. I think they could appear at a PS5 event, definitely. But they may just want to do it on their own. Mafia 4, we talked about it. Mafia has kind of always been looked maybe down upon. It kind of always looked at like GTA's, like, you know, like ugly brother, like, you're kind of there and you're good. You have your own kind of things, but it's never really taken that leap. And I'm honestly grateful that you guys allow me to say stuff like that. But I think honestly it's because we're all in the same boat. It's all that we know that Mafia 4, or Mafia in general, has potential. It's a franchise that is good and has something there, but it's never really taken. That's been my biggest thing talking about this game, and I've really enjoyed talking about this game. This game has such big potential. I really feel like it does. And you know, Mafia 2 is looked upon by a lot of people. They really like that game, and you guys have told me multiple times, you know what, if that game got remastered, that would be the perfect time for a lot of people to jump in. Mafia 3 just wasn't the right thing for me, right? I jumped in. I wanted that to kind of be the starting point for me, and I just didn't enjoy it, didn't have fun. I think a lot of people, even the Mafia, you know, fandom, I think they agree as well, right? They don't look at Mafia 3 as like, yeah, this is not the game you want to put people in to say this is what Mafia is. Like, we want you to jump into the franchise, and so that sucks. But again, Mafia 4, I think, has all the. I mean, from what we've heard about this game, it sounds great, sounds fantastic. It sounds, you know, like they got all the things working the way they want it to, and again, it sounds very positive. And they have lots of different opportunities over this next little while. And you know, we talk about all sorts of different games on this channel. We talked about Batman, and lots of others. And I've been saying for a lot of them, and I'll say it again for Mafia. You know, one of the best things about this, you know, being able to talk about this, and having this excitement level, is that we really are only a little while away. I really with the possibility and potential of them doing their own thing, with Mafia 4 just being announced on its own, with IGN stuff, with Microsoft, with Sony, with all the different things that they could kind of jump on board with and just be like a part of these shows, I don't see how we get past June without a Mafia 4 announcement. Because then if it goes past that, then why were they saying that, we'll see their next game very soon? What was all these leaks all about? All this stuff. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed at this point. Mafia 4 is being made. It's one of the gaming industry's worst kept secrets at this point, right? So I think it's coming. I think it's coming very, very soon. And I think, again, that's the additional really good thing, too, is I think we're going to see it within the next month and a half. But even beyond that, I think we're going to play it relatively soon. I could definitely see this game being a fall game. Am I guaranteeing that? Am I even myself, do I want to promise myself, or do I want to overhype myself that we're getting this game this fall? I don't necessarily think so. I think it's possible it's this fall, but I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be disappointed if it was the spring. I think within the next year, and I think I've been saying that, right, ever since December or January when the first leaks came out. I think I had said over the next year and a half we're going to see this game and we're going to be able to play this game. So I think by the first half of 2021 we'll have played this game as well. So really just a lot of positives for now. I mean, obviously we'll be able to criticize the game and point out some stuff that we want them to improve upon as soon as we learn some more information. But right now, steady as she goes, right? Very, very positive and a very exciting time to be a Mafia fan. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? When do you think Mafia 4 is getting announced? Which one of those shows do you think? Do you think this game is going to release this year? All that stuff, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed again to our YouTube channel Podcast Now. Have the bell icon turned on so you guys know when all these videos go up. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I truly, truly appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.